Yes, nice to meet you, everyone. Anyone has connection here to one of you? What's his name? The young man who meditated on his bed. Do you remember? Who had so many beautiful drawings on his walls, on his wall. Yaza, do you remember his name? Okay, I should remember, but just forgot. So previously, it seems he could not find a way how to connect, and so in our Viber group, I saw there were some questions on how to do that. Jake and Max are unable, but today we have them, right? We have Max. Do we have Jake? Yes. But I think we had one more gentleman. Mm. Mm. So anyone, if you remember? Yes, I see him here.
I think his name was Albert.
That's right, Albert. Anyone has any idea whether Albert is coming, or do you have any connection to Albert?
Shimpia, this is Miyake. I'll try to reach out to them, but only connection I have with them is a Viber.
I see, but they will have phone number there, right, in Viber. So
Yes.
maybe you can connect with them otherwise as well. Okay, so let's start with meditation. We can sit down in a comfortable meditation posture. All right. So Max, I'm wondering, what is this kind of meditation posture? Do you see? We cannot see much. Jake, can you please adjust your camera so that we can see how you're sitting? Shu also. Timo, do you think you could keep your camera on something higher so we can see how you're sitting? And Yaza as well. It is always better if you have your camera a little higher. Max had his camera good throughout the time. So, Yamo, can I ask you to go a little bit further from the camera so we can see your posture well? Okay, that's good. And Pyo, you know, I think Pyo, there is a setting in Zoom that it will take you with a larger screen. Do you know about that setting? Let me see if I can find it. If you go to video settings, then there will be something like original ratio and then HD, right? So you can, if you turn off HD, then you will not have so much space in the video. Can you see it all, everyone? You see I have bigger face in the video? And now I can turn on the settings, go to video settings, and if I click on HD, then I will be smaller. In other words, I will have more space. So that's the setting for HD in video settings of Zoom. Sure, did you find it?
No, I don't see it.
What kind of device are you using?
Mac.
Well, I don't know much Macs, but it definitely should be there. Do you know how to open settings? If you go to microphone and you click on microphone to choose your microphone and speaker, at the bottom of the options should be audio settings. When you open that, then you will have a window with all kinds of settings. So there you switch to video, and there you will see yourself. You will see there your little video, and below that you should have option to choose your camera, and below that you have two options: original ratio and HD. Try to click on HD and see if you can get more space. Did you get the settings window?
Yeah, put HD.
And you have turned on the HD already?
Yes.
But it seems it doesn't make any difference. So maybe it's because my webcam provides that option. Anyway, that's what we can get. So now, Max, can you see how Yamon is sitting in her meditation, or how Yaza are sitting in their meditation? Max, if you can sit like Yamon or like Yaza, then that would be great. This looks almost the same, but you will need to move your right foot closer to yourself. Even closer. You basically have the left foot, you have between the calf and the thigh of the right leg, and that's what you have now. But you also need to have your right foot under your left knee. Coming close. Coming close. But first you would have the right foot under your left knee, and then you would put your right foot under your left foot between the thigh and the calf. Okay, whatever, you've achieved that, so that's fine. You can have it closer to yourself. You can have the left foot closer to yourself, even on the thigh. You can keep that your left foot on the thigh of your right leg. Not sure if that would be comfortable. Max, you can also try to take a pillow and sit on a pillow, then it will be much more comfortable. Do you have a pillow? Or you can fold a blanket? Can you show it to me? Yes, I see that you're sitting on something, but I mean, you need to have something under your bum separately, something that's only under your bum and not under your legs. A kind of cushion. So you may like to find, yes, yes, very good. And you can fold it if, well, try it and see. Do you feel comfortable that way? Yes? Okay, so let's try that out. If you feel comfortable, then that's all we want. So as we are sitting in a comfortable meditation posture with the back erect, we can cast the sight down, and we will make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, and we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we enjoy the freedom as we give freedom to the body to be the way it is. We achieve freedom from worry about the body. Now let's share the peace we have gained. May all beings in this room be in peace. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, Be in peace. As you are radiating loving kindness, watch the radiating itself. If you just allow the loving kindness to be radiated, it will radiate itself. You just need to be there with it and watch it. Now, because the time for the sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds restlessly. From now on, I will always be mindful and shine with loving kindness. From now on, I will always be mindful and shine with loving kindness. From now on, I will always be mindful and shine with loving kindness. And with that determination, we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. So let's look at our recitation. So I would like to ask you everyone to unmute yourself. I'm waiting for Jake. Okay, so you can keep your hands together, which is the symbol that shows that you're sincere, that you're honest, that you're serious about taking the 3 refuges, 5 precepts. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Okay, so let's try again. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Okay. Aham bhante tisaranena saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yajami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detame Bhante Anukampang Upadaya. Dutiyampi aham bhante Tisaranena saha Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anuggahang katva Silang detame bhante Anukampang upadaya. Tatiyampi aham bhante Tisaranena saha Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anuggahang katva Silang detame bhante Anukampang upadaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Sarana-gamanang paripunnang Panatipata Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu micchācara Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musavada Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sura meraya majja. Pamadatthana. Veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Tisaranena saddhing panchasilang dhammang sadhukang surakkitang katva appamadena sampadetham. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana. Thank you. So now we are going to look a little deeper into the Burmese pronunciation of this text. And after I show you the roles, after I tell you the roles, basically I'm going to repeat what I said last week, but this time I have a nice table, and and I hope to send the table also in Viber for everyone, so that you have it. I think it's a good thing to have. So you can see here 3 main colors, that's green, yellow, blue, and they are the 3 different types or classes of rules that are that you will need to follow when you read the Roman script or the English script with Burmese pronunciation. So the first class of the rules is when the consonants are read a little different. So instead of n and m at the end of a syllable or a word, you read For example, instead of Yamahang, you read Yamahang. Instead of Tang, you read Tang. Second rule is V changes into Wa. So instead of Vadami, I say Wadami. Instead of Vadeta, I say Wadeta. Instead of Bhagavato, you say Bhagavato. The next difference is from the T and D. Ta and da are blunt sounds. Then we have ta and da, sharp sounds. Now in Burmese, they do not distinguish the blunt and sharp, and they read it all sharply. So instead of tang, I say tung. Instead of vadehi, I say vadehi. In the same way, you would say instead of bhante, you say bhante. Instead of tisarana, you say titarana. Instead of upadaya, you say upadaya. Okay, so that's the third partial change. So there are 3 partial changes like that. There are 4 actually, and the double consonants are read as you cut off a sound at the end. So for example, here we have Pamadatthana. If you read it in Sri Lanka, you will get stuck on the T sound. Pamadatthana. But in Burmese, instead of getting stuck there, you just cut off that sound. Pamadatthana. So the sound is totally not there. Even the tongue is not there. No, it's just totally cut off. Pamadatthana. Okay, so these are the 4 partial changes. Now 3 big changes, and that is S sound into tha, ja sound into sa, and ja sound into za. So instead of saha, you read taha. Instead of silang, you read Tilang. Instead of Yachame, you read Yasame. Instead of Gachame, you read Gisame. Ja changes into Sa. And finally, Ja changes into Za. Maja changes into Mizza. Okay, second class of rules is behind us. Now we are moving on to the last class, and that's the change of vowels. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and we will be looking at the change of vowels if they are followed by a double consonant. All right, so first are four things with a vowel followed by double consonants. So the first one, the easiest one, is when there is no change. Like in the case of Pamadatana. In Burmese, you would say Pamadatana. The A sound is preserved, it doesn't change. Second kind is when it is followed by double K. If it is followed by double K, if A is followed by double K, well, then it becomes A. Like here, you have Surakitan. So this in Burmese pronunciation would be Turakitan. Turakitan. Why it is not Turakitan, it is Turakitan. It becomes A because the A sound is followed by double K. So that's the second kind, subtype. Then we have the third subtype when A is followed by CC or JJ. In that case, it becomes I. So instead of Gachame, in Burmese you would read Gisame. Similarly, when you have Majja, you read it as Mizza. A becomes I. Why is that? Because it's followed by double J or by double C. The last subtype for A vowel or A vowel is when it is followed by J. Look at that. J. In that case, A changes into Ye. So from Panchasilang, you get Piensatilang. Piensatilang. Nya is read as N, Ch is read as Sa. And the A, because it's followed by Nya and Ch, changes into Ye. So it becomes Piensatilang. And it is the same role if it is Nya Ch as when it is Nya J. We do not have that word here, but there is a kind of flower. It's called Manjusa. I think it's a kind of flower. And you would read it in Burmese as Mienzuta. Mienzuta. Why? Because A is followed by Nye, therefore A becomes Ye. Mienzuta. And J, of course, changes into Za. Okay, so we still have three more, but they're much easier because they're not so complicated. So the first one is with U. When you have U followed by two consonants, it becomes O. From Anugahang, you get Anogahang. From Buddhang, you get Bodhang. Bodhang. Then the second of the three is when it is I followed by two consonants. Like here, Sikkapadam is read as Te-kapadam. When I is followed by two consonants, it becomes A. Te-kapadam from Sikkapadam. If it is followed by N or M, it's basically the same thing, except that you do not cut off the sound at the end, but you add there the N sound. Like you had with a dana dana. I becomes a because it is followed by double N. A dana dana. Now the last one is not here, and that is when you get O followed by two consonants. In that case, O becomes AU. Like in the case of gotta, it becomes gauta. And that's all. That's the 14 rules of reading English or Roman script with Burmese pronunciation. So I have the table, and I wish that every one of you writes that table down. The California class had to write it down, and they wrote it down during the class itself. But because I have something to show you, something else, which I want to show to the California class as well, but we will have to do that next week. I would like to ask you to write this table in your little notebooks or big notebooks, whatever you have, in your spare time. Nobody has free time, but everybody has the power to make it. So hopefully you will have the power to make some free time and write this table into your notebooks, because we will be looking at the Burmese pronunciation now every week. Every time we meet, we will be training Burmese pronunciation. You may ask, well, why do I need Burmese pronunciation? You need it because you're Burmese. And also because your parents follow this pronunciation. So if you take three refuges, 5 precepts with your parents, it would be nice if you can do it with the same pronunciation. When you go to Myanmar, basically everyone in Myanmar, at least from the Burma community, they read it in the Burmese pronunciation. So you would be looking like non-Burmese person if you read it in the Sri Lanka pronunciation. So then you could ask, well, then why did we learn the Sri Lanka pronunciation? And the answer is, well, because the Sri Lankan pronunciation is the closest to the Buddha. And because if you meet with international Buddhist community, with Buddhists in your place, in your state, in your country, then probably they will know only the Sri Lanka pronunciation. So it is good for you to know both. I also know both. So if I know both, you can know them too. And it's not so bad. There are much more complicated things in the world. So now I would like to lead you to do the request to do the first part in the Burmese pronunciation. So I will say Yamahan Wadami Dan Wadeta, and you can then reply Ama Bhandi. So let's try that together. Yamahan Wadami Dan Wadeta. Yes, sure. Please unmute yourself, Jake, as well. So let's try that again. Yamahan Wadami Dan Wadeta. So now we are coming to the request. So instead of aham, please read aham. Instead of bhanti, you would read bhanti. And this is titaranena. So let's try that together. Aham bhanti. Titaranena. So then we have saha, that is read as taha, as becomes ta, and panchasilan becomes piensatilan. So let's try that together. Taha, piensatilan. And now dhammang becomes dhamman, and yajami becomes yasami. Dhamma, yasami. So now anugahan becomes anugahan. Katva becomes katwa. Silan becomes Tilang. So let's try that together. Anogahan Katwa Tilang. Now Deta me bhante becomes Deta me bhante. Anukampang becomes Anukampan. Upadaya becomes Upadaya. So let's try that together. Deta me bhante. Anukampan. Upadaya. So now Dutiyampi will be read as Dutiyampi. So let's try that together. Dutiyampi. Aham bhanti. Titaranena. Taha. Piensatilang. Dhamman yasami. Anogahan katwa. Tilang deta. Me bhante. Anukampan. Upadaya. Tatiyampi. Aham bhante. Titaranena. Taha. Piensatilang. Dhamman yasami. Anogahan katwa. Tilang deta. Me bhante. Anukampan. Upadaya. Very nice. Thank you very much. So that's all for pronunciation today. And now I would like to share with you a book. It's a book about the Burmese people. And this book in particular, it's about Burmese people during the Spring Revolution. Does anyone know when did Spring Revolution happen? I will ask Yamo. Any idea when did Spring Revolution happen? No. No idea? Timo? Timo, are you here with us? Timo is gone. Jake, any idea when did Spring Revolution happen? No. And Max? No idea. Shu, any idea when did Spring Revolution happen? No idea. Okay, Yaza, will you save them?
I think it happened in the spring.
Not really. You're close. Which spring? Any idea which year it happened?
Somewhere in this century.
In this century, sometime in this century. That's actually right. And could you guess a little bit more when in this century it happened? No idea? Timo, any idea when did Spring Revolution happen in Myanmar?
2021.
2021 is very close, but it's not complete. Timo? 2024. Well, that is after 2 years, right? That's not happened yet.
Was it
Sorry, Jake.
February?
That's the start of the revolution, but that's not when it happened. Spring Revolution indeed happened in February, but that's not complete. Spring Revolution is happening until now. It has not finished. The aim of Spring Revolution is not fulfilled yet. And there is a nice book about the Burmese people during the Spring Revolution, exactly during its start, February 2021. And I would like to encourage you to read it. So I am going to send it here. Let me see. So I'm trying to find the book. Where is it? Myanmar. It's called Spring Diary. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the book, and I wish that everyone now downloads that file and tells me whether they can open it. We don't have much time left, so if you can do it a little fast, that would be great. So if you can open it, please raise your Zoom hand. Yes, Max, successful. Okay, Joe. Nice, Timo. Yaza. Yamo, can you see it in the chat box? Yes. If you can just open it and see the title page, then that's enough. Do you have there any error or any problem, Yamo?
I got it. I just can't figure out how to raise my hand.
Okay, then that's fine. And Jake?
I can't find it. I can just borrow my brother's because he's got it. So.
Do you see the chat box in your Zoom?
No.
Can you try to open it?
I can open it, but I can't see anything on it.
You see it empty? Alright.
Yeah.
So your brother has it. Are you sure that this is it's the book called Myanmar Spring Diary?
Well, he's gonna stand up.
It's probably something else. So what can we do? Let me see if it's somewhere online for download. So I would send you the link. Myanmar Spring Diary, Pan America. Yes, I think it is available very easily. So I'm sending you the link in the chat box. Can you please follow the link? Jake? Could you follow the link in the chat box? Let me know whether it opens. If it opens in the website, then that's the maximum we can do. So what's the work that I want you to do with this? There is a special work that I want you to do with this, and I think that this will be very good, and it's something you need to know. So now, when you have your book open, I wish that you choose one of the stories. So you have their short stories, you see that? And it starts in page 38, it ends by page 80. You can choose one. If you choose 2 or 3, it's fine, but at least one. You choose one, and I wish that you read it. So you do not have to read all of the book. It's very difficult reading. It's very strong, very hardcore reading. You just need to read one story. If you read more, it's fine. If you read all of the book, wonderful. But I wish that you read one story that you choose. Whatever is the name of the story or of the person that makes you interested, read it. Not the poetry, the short stories, please. And then after you read it, write for me what was the story about. At least 2 sentences, please. But if you write half of a page, then that's even better. I want to make sure that you have read it, and I wish that you write down your own note on what you read. You can also write your thoughts about the story. You can write, I read the story, Enter the Prison. I was so much horrified by the conditions in prison that are described in the story. I would never like to experience that. If you write this, it's perfectly fine. You see, you didn't tell me what's in the story, but you wrote 3 sentences of your reaction to the story. So you either write about the story, what you learned from the story, or you write your reaction to the story. Does anyone have any question about that? Do you agree? Is that fine for you to prepare until next week? Sure? Is that fine? And Jake? Okay. And Max? Yeah, if you nod your head, if it is yes, then it's fine. Okay, nice. So thank you everyone for coming. It was a pleasure to see you. Next week, probably we will not meet because I go to Singapore and I may have a busy time, but maybe we will meet. So please take it that we will meet. And if there is a difficulty, I will apologize in Viber. So please check Viber. Probably we will meet. I may cancel other classes, but our class probably will not be canceled. So please come next week. I'm curious to see what you write about, from those stories. But if we cancel for whatever reason, I will tell you on time. So please make sure that you are there in Viber and check Viber before we meet here, so that you know what's the situation. Thank you everyone for coming. It was a pleasure to see you. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Everyone, please unmute and say goodbye to Sia. Goodbye, Beverly.
Okay.
Nice, thank you.